When it comes to Spider-Man movies, I like to look at them in a spectrum. On this side are all the films that are sweet and beautiful. Basically everything on this side makes you want to pee. And on this side is poopy. Now, I'm nowhere near the wizard that some other Spider-Man fans are out there, so I don't think I have any authority in judging these films as comic book adaptations, but I am very enthusiastic about movies and the character that is Spider-Man. Spider-Man. You see, I was born into the Raimi age of Spider-Man on the big screen, and even as a stupid 9-year-old kid, I loved everything Spider-Man related. I never got around to reading the comics, but I did obsess over Spectacular Spider-Man, and have very vague memories of Spider-Man the new animated series. Really weird show. After the third Raimi film, however, my itch for Spider-Man movies grew, and when this came out, suffice to say it was underwhelming. And then this came out, it was disappointing. And I didn't even have a point of reference from the comics to judge it off of, but I digress. And then Homecoming released, and my love for Spider-Man on the big screen was somehow reignited. Well, not really somehow, but it was reignited. Then this trailer dropped.
I love you, Miles.
Yeah, I know that.
And there's no other way to put it. I was pretty much just blown away, and I was ready to be hurt or, well, free once again. I mean, an animated Spider-Man movie that has 6 times as much Spider-Persons in it? I was signing up for that shit before all the spoilery clips even came out on YouTube. And now that I've seen it, let's go back to the spectrum. These belong here, and these belong way over here. You guys can just stay in that corner. And I guess, you know, you can stay here, you know, because that makes sense. And you might ask yourself, where does Spider-Verse fit in? And drum roll please, it's over here. It's on the good side. This film is a masterpiece. It's got amazing visuals, superb voice acting, a great soundtrack, and storytelling that's just, it's just so good. I mean, as my friend said, it's an aesthetic wet dream. This is, of course, paraphrase. It was a lot more obscene than that. It instantly became one of my favorite animated film, and honestly one of my favorite Spider-Man film. With the way this long-ass introduction is going, you might think that this is going to be a review, but, well, you'd be wrong, buddy. I am nowhere near smart enough to review a movie like this, nor have I seen enough of it, because I do plan to watch it again soon. But what I will do is talk about some not-so-random thoughts that popped in my head during and after watching the movie. They're not so random because I actually did think about them. I guess you guessed it from the title of the video, so really this is just me rambling and going crazy over how good Into the Spider-Verse is. Anyway, on to thought number 1. This is a movie under Sony Animations that isn't bad or mediocre. Now, I'm not saying anything under the Sony Animations wing is instantly bad. Just saying. Hotel Transylvania, the first one, was pretty good. But to put it into context, last year, they released the Emoji Movie and Smurfs. And in this year, they released the third Hotel Transylvania movie, further solidifying the fact that they're pretty much kicking the dead horse. But then they pull a full 180 and come out with an actual banger. Kids still say that, right? And you know what? Fair play, Sony. I hope you keep going in this direction, girl. I was okay being told a bunch of origin stories, despite the apparent hate towards origin stories in films. Whether you think of X-Men Origins Wolverine or Amazing Spider-Man 1 as bad origin story movies, I think it's safe to say that no one likes to hear the origins of a character that everyone knows, unless it's done in a very colorful way. And that essentially is what happened in Spider-Verse. Since there are 6 Spider-Persons in this movie, each one of them got their own personalized origin, and each one of them kept me glued to the screen. I was actually excited to hear origin stories for once, and I'm not gonna spoil it, but a big reason for that excitement was because of how the story was written, but, you know, just saying. My friend made a great point, and that point was, how do you tell a story that's been told a million times? Well, just say it even more, but make it crazy. Further on the point of origin stories, rather than cutting down on telling origin stories, Spider-Verse doubles down on it. Yet it's never boring. A simple statement can be uttered to break the mold of Spider-Man's origin. Almost everyone knows how Spider-Man came to be, but what if it was told differently, and we cast a thumb as Wilson Fisk? And that's pretty much what Spider-Verse asked itself, and, well, they did it. I have a major crush on Spider-Gwen. Like, seriously, the overall design and background of the character makes me want to pick up the comics and just start reading. Nah, I'm just joshing you, bro. I actually have a thing for Spider-Ham. Not really. This point is still about Spider-Gwen, but Spider-Ham is still amazing, too. Nick Cage was in this movie. And it's pretty self-explanatory. Also very cool. It's a grim reality to be a Spider-Person. This thought came to me as a scene was playing that made me realize every single Spider-Person in every single universe has lost someone they loved so much. Rest in peace, Uncle Ben. Oh boy, that last thought was depressing, but hey, we made it through the video. Now, I can't recommend Into the Spider-Verse enough, because whether you're a casual moviegoer or a die-hard Spider-Man fan, there's really something for everyone in this movie. And that's about it. Happy web slinging! Hey, if you enjoyed that video, there's a bunch more commentary stuff, and when I say a bunch, I actually just mean like a few. And I hope you go to the other ones. They're probably on the screen right now. I'll see you guys later. Whee!